Hello, everyone. Want to talk to you about some upcoming lunar eclipses, total mostly, because those are the best for lunar eclipses. Of course, total for solar eclipses too, but we're talking about lunar eclipses for this now. One that we will, I think, have had by the time you watch this is this November 8th. And I'm going to talk to you about it. I'm going to show it right here because this is probably, I think we'll have talked about this. So we'll have seen this eclipse will have happened before you watch this. But this one is going to be, all eclipse will be visible for us. And no eclipse visible for like Africa and the other side of the earth, unfortunately. But everybody gets their shot. Sometimes Africa sees it and we don't. Sometimes different locations see it, we don't. But we're getting the whole thing. And I'm going to talk to you about this beforehand, and I think I'm going to have to, because by the time you're watching this, it'll have already happened. But hopefully you're going to see this one, and this should be a nice one if it's clear. Of course, November usually, clouds a lot, especially if there's an eclipse, right? Murphy's Law. If it's going to be cloudy, there's a good chance, especially if there's an eclipse going to happen. Well, let's take a look at one. If you missed this, let's see another one. Now we're going to have to wait for a while. Now remember the penumbral? Terrible. If you want to see a penumbral, let's see if there's a penumbral coming up. Yeah, there is. Well, luckily for us in 2023, May 5th, we luck out. No eclipse is visible. You don't have to go out and look for something that you're not going to even see because it's penumbral. Again, it's too faint to see. You can't even see. Well, you can see the moon, but I'm saying that the shadow, or the part of the shadow that it's in, there's so much light coming through there, the moon's not even that dark. So there's not much of a difference between a normal full moon and a penumbral lunar. So luckily you don't have to worry about it here. Is there any penumbral we have to worry about? 2024? Oh yeah, we have to worry about this because we're going to see it. All eclipses visible. They're lucky over here. They don't have to even worry about the penumbral. But we have to, I don't have to really worry about it. But I'm not going to go out to see this. Now look where the moon's going to be. It's going to be going from fully lit up into the penumbra. And then it's going to be in the penumbra. It's going to be barely darker than the full moon. You won't even notice a difference. So I don't even want to talk about that anymore. I want to talk about totals. There's a partial one coming here that we're going to be able to see. But now, well, let's just see how much of the partial is. It's going to be, oh, yeah, we even clicked on this. It's going to be barely into the umbra here, barely. You'll see a little bit of maybe red over there. Now, who cares? I'm not going to waste my time with that. It's almost just totally penumbral. Here's the one. You have to wait to 2025. 2025, and actually there, March 14th. That's the one we're going to get to see. Look at that. Moon will go right through the umbra, and all of it will be visible as long as it's in, what is that, May or March? Yeah, it could be clear around here. It's one that, maybe put on your calendar just to get prepared for it. It's going to be a good one if it's clear. It'd probably be a good one if it's not, but we won't get to see it. What about another one? Here's another in 22. Oh, got a few in a row, a few totals. Look at that. Oh, nice, but look, no eclipse visible. 50-50. But at least if there's a total eclipse, at least half the world gets to see it. If it's a total lunar eclipse, half of the world gets to see it. And the other half doesn't, approximately. Maybe a little more get to see it. Because if the moon is in the Earth's shadow, everybody that sees the moon can see the eclipse. Different for a solar eclipse, that we're going to find out. And so this is, I love just playing around with this. Look, you could say, wow, okay, 2030 and 2029, Americas, well, we're going to get to see it there. 2026, Americas, we'll get to see that. Let's look at this one. Oh yeah, we'll see all eclipses visible. You can always play around with these. It's fun to say, okay, I'm curious about, I don't know, let's see here, 2080s. We need to see this in 2083, Americas. So you can always play around here. It's neat that these are charted out for thousands of years. But yeah, something to play around with. Here's some ones coming up, just showed you. And so you can put them on your calendar, really nice. But again, a total solar that you usually have to travel for to see them. We're going to talk about that next. those are the ones that you really have to see. A total lunar is nice, could even be beautiful, but in no way does it compare to a total solar eclipse. And we will talk about that shortly. So that is it.